What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great week. I just thought I'd make a quick video on kind of how PSA works, the promotion stuff, and I'm going to show you guys just a couple fun things. So if you are thinking about sending on your own or you're looking for somebody great to send with, we do group subs with Graded Investors. My name is Josh. I handle all the cards for the community. So if you guys are interested, we can get you taken care of. So if you go to PSA.com, you're going to see the promos up here. So they've run pretty much this entire year a Pokemon special. This one's down to $12.99. It's pretty inexpensive. It's Pokemon only, but at 13 bucks a card, I mean, it's kind of tough. So if you click Get Details, it'll give you some great information on the different promotions. So right now, I'm getting one set up for our community. MLB, it's great. $17 a card. $16.99. I'm just always going to call it 17. I don't know what a penny is for anybody, but for me, I just go, it's fine. 17 is fine. $400 or less. So in theory, that covers cards up to a $400 value based on how PSA values them. But let's say if you sent in a card and it gets a 10, and in a 10 it's worth 600, you get a small upcharge. So maybe instead of 17, you'd pay 35. Now with us, I charge $5 a card for cleaning. That's clean, prep, video. In the video, I tell you, hey, this is what the card should be expected to get. And then after, once you decide which ones you want to send based on kind of how I pre-grade them, which again, my grades are estimated based on how I look at the cards and what I'm seeing. I then clean the cards. My cleaning process is pretty simple. We're just trying to get stuff off the card that's not supposed to be there. So I don't change the cards. I don't recolor the cards. None of that stuff. My goal is to remove things from the cards and have there be less cards. Sorry, less stuff on the card, if that makes sense. So the other cool thing, and this is what I love, with this one, it's a 10 card minimum. Now, with baseball, I am certain that we will have at least 100, maybe more. But you can see with Pokemon at the $12.99, which again is a very good deal, $200 or less. But again, Pokemon cards, you know, you could send in a monster for sure. But a lot of the Pokemon cards people grade are around that $100 to $150 value. But it is a 50 card minimum. Significant. So you just got to make sure that, you know, the Pokemon guys who run Pokemon do a lot and can hit that 50 card order. I think we hit that probably every other month in Pokemon. We get a lot of TCG, but sometimes it's other stuff. Express grading, man, check this out. 5 business days. So if you did have something that you felt like the iron was hot and you wanted to get it so you could turn it over, not a bad way to go. Covers up to $2,500. Now, we have sent in on Express and been upcharged. We actually got a $350 charge instead of $99.99, but the card ended up being worth about 10 grand. So big cards happen, and you do get those upcharges. Promo for Super Express, again, still that 5 business days, so they're asking you for basically a week. But covers up to 5 grand or less. A lot of people ask, why do they charge more for the value of the card? Couple of reasons. One is insurance. They are responsible for the card, so it helps to offset their insurance charges. But also, if they were to slab a card and the card was not correct, and you were to sell this Victor Wembanyama, but it ended up being a fake card, if I purchased it from you for, let's say, $2,500, just as a number, I would actually get $2,500 back from PSA if they found the card to be fake, like they made a mistake. So they do also do that. Not a huge deal. I don't think they're slabbing a lot of cards. But you can see Ticket Express grading. That's kind of cool. $100, you can get a ticket done. I haven't sent in a lot of those, but we do send in packs from time to time. You can see, again, Express grading, $99.99. And we did send some pops in on the pop promo last time. Pretty cool, 55 bucks. Again, I typically charge the $5 for cleaning. On these ones, I don't really. I'm not really sure how these things work. And so I just kind of wipe down the outside and send them in for you if you decide to send in a pop. Exclusions. So it doesn't include tall boys, supersized, etc. Which if you have any questions on that, I can definitely give them to you. But I had somebody ask me this question, so I'm just going to walk through it. Oops, wrong button. They asked me how to, when you're starting a new submission, so let's go down here. We'll just start a brand new submission. So trading cards, and let's say you want to get dual service, right? So grading, you can also come down here and click review. So item previously graded by PSA that may be worthy of a higher grade. So you can send cards in to get them reviewed. It does cost a few bucks because you do have to pay for the shipping to them, and then you do have to pay for insured shipping back. Crossover. So if you were moving a card from, let's say, SGC to PSA, I suggest to a lot of my guys, as long as they're comfortable with the risk, let's crack it out. Let's send it in as a raw card and just let them grade it how they grade it. But if you did want to do a crossover, again, it's a little more expensive because it goes to a different group, which means it's shipped back to you separately. But you can cross the card over. So let's say you have a big card and it's a BGS 9.5. And you're like, man, I really think this will have a good shot of being a PSA 10. We can send it in crossover, and we just say, hey, only re-slab it if it's a 10. Now, you do have to pay for this service, and you do have to pay for return shipping, whether they do it or not. Reholder, so if for some reason like a slab gets damaged, we can send it in for reholdering. I can't remember what this cost is, but it's very close to a standard grading service, which sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. A lot of times if the card is in good shape, I'll just crack it because technically it's cheaper to send a bunch of cards in with grading because instead of charging me 20 or 30 bucks for one card to come back, they charge me 170 for 170 cards to come back, if that makes sense. So with our service, it's $5 to me and then $2 each way for ship. Sorry, $2 for ship each way. Anyway, basically it's $1 each way, if that makes sense. So it's $7. So with baseball, it'd be 24 bucks this month. And that covers all of the services. That covers the pre-video, that's just for you. It covers the post-video, which I share with the community, what you guys get. And then the only other cost you have is just return shipping. But if you were looking to do dual service auto, you just click right there. And then you can see here, we got a lot of different options. So card and autograph, want grade on both. That's where you see like the 9.9 or the 10.10. You can see what the preview looks like. Autograph grade only, so you'd get an authentic card auto grade. Card grade only, you'd get a mint 9, so the card grade, and then a authentic grade for the auto if it passes. Typically these are sent in. We have a couple this month that are going in this way, but these are for cards that are hand signed, meaning it's not a top signed card, it's not a Panini signed card, it's a hand signed afterwards. No grade to card and autograph, you can get it authentic. So that's how you do it. That's what you're looking for. In my opinion, if you're going to get the card graded, get it graded. Get the card and the auto graded. If you're going to pay for both services, get both services. That's my opinion, but you do have the option to do that. So then when you click select here, let's see. So for us, we are doing a value 1980 and newer. Let me grab one of the cards so that way we can see what this service looks like. Just so you guys can kind of see how you load this card up for service. So one of the cards we're sending in is this one right here. It is Rashee Rice. The cool thing for this one is one of the guys in the community who got this one done. He actually went and got it done, and it was a Beckett supported event, and so he's got a Beckett witness sticker on the back. He's concerned that maybe that's going to change the way the card grades. I don't think it will, but obviously we'll find out. Of course, you got to spell immaculate right. Immaculate, right? Immaculate. Rashee Rice. This is kind of the nuisance with having to find cards, but IRJRR, and they put in different ways of this, but I'm basically just going to start plugging it in. Perfect. So it actually pulled, is it the prime? It's the 1 of 1. So it's definitely this card. So you can see what the card looks like, and what's cool is you can look at the card just to see what it looks like. So this is a scan of one of the cards they've had graded, which is pretty cool. So when we click back into here, we're looking for the 1 of 1. I'm just going to make sure there's not something other than the prime. So it does have the platinum 1 of 1. I'm going to assume that's what this is. What's cool is if I'm wrong, they will fix that. So we're going to put the value in as 400. And then here, what you have to do is you have to go find Rice. So Rashee, so you just type in, and then it should pull it up. So And that right there is quite literally all you have to do. Again, we have this dual grade, so they are going to grade the card and the autograph. It's a beautiful hand-signed autograph. The autograph looks really good to me. We'll see how they grade it, but I'm not seeing any smudging, and it's all on the card, so I think we're good. And then at this point, if it's just that card, you can move forward. I've got a couple more to add to this for the community, but pretty cool. So if you guys have any questions about that, don't hesitate to let me know. But I just wanted to kind of walk you through not only how to find the PSA promos, which are typically right here at the top, and whether you have an account or not, you can come here and check this out. You can just kind of scroll through. But again, if you click in and say, oops, not consign, you can consign to eBay, to PSA, which sells on eBay for you. But I don't know. I haven't seen the cards do particularly well that way. I think there's better options, but it is an option, and it makes it easy. But you can see the promos, and you can see what the cards are. So it is 2020 and present. So that does, I didn't notice that right away, but it's 2020 and newer. 10 card minimum, does cover up to a $400 value. So there's a lot of cards that we send in that'll fall under that for sure. But anything 2019 or older wouldn't. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys have any questions about kind of how the process works, whether it be sending in on your own or you're curious how our process works, I can send you the information. But I do want to be a resource for anybody who wants to send in their own as well. I'm not a cleaning resource. There are great cleaning resources out there, people who teach you, show you. I do my own thing. If you have specific questions, I can definitely give you some feedback. But at the end of the day, I know the process pretty well, and I can answer any questions that way. So appreciate you guys very much. Again, if you need anything, never hesitate to reach out. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm out.